Today I'm making penne with braised short ribs, and I got this recipe a few years ago. It's by Giada De Laurentiis, and I made it a couple times and I absolutely love it, but the price of beef is ridiculous. So I found a company called Wild Pork, and I bought these short ribs that were very reasonably priced. Now the recipe calls for 6 pounds, but the one bag that I got was 4 pounds, so that will do. So I've got them in the pan with 1/4 cup of olive oil and salt and pepper, and I'm just browning them up. I really should have kept a couple of them out so it wasn't too crowded, but they're browning it nicely. Alright, when these are nice and browned up, I'll be back. Alright, these are nice and browned up, and I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit. I had it on medium. And hope and pray that my smoke detector doesn't go off, because I've noticed living in a smaller house, it goes off often when I cook. There. Now, I don't know if I told you that you salt and pepper those first. Now I have 1 chopped onion that I'm going to add. And 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. I'm going to cook this for about 2 minutes. And I've temporarily got my heat down on low, just because I didn't want the garlic to burn. So as soon as this pan cools off a bit, I'll turn it up to medium again. But I have a brand new gas stove, and I'm so excited about that. Alright, we'll let this cook for about 2 minutes. Okay, these are looking pretty good. Now to this, I'm going to add 5 Roma tomatoes that have been cut up into 8ths. My sous chef today is my sister, Ann Flagg. She did a wonderful job. And she's going to be one of the lucky ones to be eating this. Alright, now I'm turning my heat up to medium. So I've got my 5 Roma tomatoes. And you're supposed to put in 1 cup of red wine, and I only had white wine, marsala, and sherry, and I'm not about to put marsala or sherry in, so I'm putting in white wine, but the recipe does call for 1 cup of red wine. I have 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. 2 cups of low sodium beef broth. I have beef bone broth here. And there was just a touch left in the box, so I'm going to be adding that also. There. Don't use this often enough and it would just sit in my refrigerator forever. Alright. Now I'm going to stir this up real good. And bring it to a boil, scraping up any brown bits that were stuck on the bottom of the pot. And once this starts to boil, I'm going to return the short ribs to the pot. And it's going to go into the oven. And it's going to cook for 2.5 hours at 325. It's beginning to boil now, so I'm going to put my ribs back in the pot. I'm going to put a lid on, and I'll see you in 2.5 hours. Okay, it's been in the oven for 2.5 hours. Woo! Let's see how they're doing. Oh, they're perfect. They're perfect. All right, so now you just take the short ribs out, put them in another bowl, because everything is cooked. And you're going to pull all the meat off the bones. Once you pull the meat off the bones, you're going to shred it. And then it's going to go back in this sauce once I take my stick blender to it. I have water heating up now to cook my rigatoni. It's, ooh, I have a pound of rigatoni. Oops. Alright. Yeah, I'm cooking a pound of rigatoni. She calls for some other kind of pasta, like a spaghetti. I can't remember the name. It begins with a T, but I like rigatoni. Alright, I'm going to get this going. Okay, I got my sous chef getting all the meat off the bones, and I'm just going to blend this up. Whoop. Ooh, a little bone. They said, or she says, to pour it in a blender and blend it, but I don't like to do that with hot stuff. So I feel another bone in there. Ooh. There's another one. Be careful. There, that's perfect. Now I'm going to fish out any other little bones with a slotted spoon. Oh, here's a big one. Come on, I know you're in there. Well, I'll find it after I mix the rigatoni. Alright, so as soon... Oh, here it is. Oh, I lost it again. There. Alright, that looks pretty good. As soon as the meat is ready, we're going to put that in. Alright, she's doing a great job. Say hello.
Hello.
That looks great. Alright, so this is all going back in the sauce. Now, Giada also, when she makes hers, she serves it with the pasta and then she ladles the sauce on it, but I like to mix mine all together. My pasta is cooked, so it's going right in the pot. Once I get this stirred up good, I'm going to put in about 1/4 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese. Guess I'm not going to put in a cup of fresh Parmesan cheese. I just opened the lid and you can tell how often I use it. Look at this. Look at, isn't that pitiful? Oh my goodness. So I have some of this stuff and I'm going to put this whole thing in there. It's about 1/4 cup. Alright, my sister's going to taste test this for me.
January 26th.
Okay. Honest, she'll get more when it's time to eat. Okay.
Okay. Let me get some of this meat. Ooh, hot. Mmm.
Good?
Mmm. Excellent. Excellent.
There you go, folks.
Delicious.
I will be, here I am. I will be putting the recipe down below, and I'll also put the link to Giada's recipe. And what else? Oh, I said I used the short ribs from a company called Wild Forks, and I'll put that down too. You really need to check it out for your meat and your fish and everything. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I haven't been posting a lot of stuff lately, but you'll get a notification. Thanks, everyone.